Hello, and welcome in. Whoops. Realized I forgot to do that again. Welcome in to a game that I've been really excited for. Oh, jeez.
Waz and Wolf Gaming has joined the Lolita Syndicate on YouTube. Hatsune Miku, is that you? Have you come to put me out of my misery? Cherry has joined the Lolita Syndicate on YouTube.
Your copy of Sonic Crossworlds just arrived. Yes. For those of you interested in Sonic Crossworlds, Blaze will be playing that tomorrow. You should go check that out. I made the thumbnail for him. It was very fun to make. Hello. What is this game? Something I've been actually excited for a while that had been on my radar. And then I got an email and they're like, hey, we'd love if you played our game. I didn't start Stream Avatars. I am on something today, I swear. It's a perfect thumbnail. It's an absolutely perfect thumbnail. I did a bang-up job, if I do say so myself. Cherry. Hello.
Cherry donated $7 Australian dollars and 99 cents through Super Chat. Hee hee, balls, sneering face emoji.
What face emoji? Did that say sneering? Interesting. Anywho, I'm pretty excited for this one. Again, I want to thank the developers for reaching out to me and being like, hey, we'd love if you did the thing. And so I'm doing the thing. The demo did just come out today. So I would recommend going to try it out if you enjoy what you see here. I'm going to attempt to do as much as I can tonight, but I saw that it's like 5 to 6 hours of gameplay. So we'll see, because I don't want to put this off through the month of October, which is already packed to the brim, to the gills. We are packed all month, next month. So hopefully. Yes, for now, a new game. This looks so good, honestly. Okay, select deduction difficulty. Story mode, no time limits, relaxed experience focused on story and character explanation. Detective mode, balanced pacing with a focus on deduction and investigation. Here we go, we're doing that one. One day, a mysterious religion known as the Logic Church suddenly rose to power. It spread with astonishing speed, drawing in countless fervent followers. Even more enigmatic, the church unveiled an incomprehensible technology, one that powered a facility called the Sea Angel. This miracle energy required no fuel, produced no pollution, and defied all known science. Enticed by such limitless power, more and more cities, and eventually entire nations aligned themselves with the Logic Church under its growing influence. When the church became the dominant faith across the world, it issued invitations to a chosen few. They were summoned to the Grand Cathedral to take part in what was called the selection. The victor would ascend as a god and have any wish fulfilled. Ooh. This city is home to the Logic Church headquarters and its grand cathedral with a population of several million. I think there's more than you think there is, Alex. More than half of its residents are followers of the Logic Church. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out voices, I guess. This looks main character-y, so, well, would you look at that. Even I got an invitation. Seems Logic Church really can't do without me. Lyle. Okay. We got some crossed out stuff down here. Of course. Compared to you, other humans are nothing more than walking lumps of flesh. Hello, Kuma. Welcome in. Hello, Guy. Hello. That's the layout of the Conception 2 video. Alex! You would know what Conception 2 is. It's a good game. I played it. The face! I only speak the truth. What's terrifying is that you genuinely believe that. Lena. Again, crossed out stuff at the bottom. My sister suffers from a cognitive disorder. Obsessive compulsive disorder. Fun. Obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. Whoa, that was too quick. Common symptoms include excessive... Too fast. Okay. That's not great. Oh, her compulsion takes one form. She's incapable of lying. Interesting. That was a bit fast to go through. Interesting. I'm gonna have to really lock in for those. Well, that'll be my first note when I write, because I do plan to write to the developers because they did invite me to play this this year. I was very excited. Again, very excited to get the email about that. That's one of the things I'll make sure to mention, because that was very fast. But so she can't tell lies. She has OCD. So from my understanding, every character in the game is going to have some affliction, some mental, like, I don't want to say disorder. But one second. Okay. I didn't think both you and I would get an invitation. But something about the letter bothers me. You mean the way this whole selection works? Or that claim about becoming a god? It's one thing for the selection process to be vague, but saying the winner turns into a god and gets any wish granted, what's that even supposed to mean? Do you have a wish, Lyle? Like, maybe becoming filthy rich? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not that broke. My savings could last me a lifetime. Granted, only if my lifetime ended tomorrow. Yeah, that's what most people would call dead broke. Anyway, we'll find out soon enough. Reminds you of Mirai Nikki, only less violent? Listen, I did not turn off the gore stuff, so I'm gonna give you guys your gore warning now. I did not turn off the blood setting. I did not turn off the gore setting. I left it be. So I don't know how bad it might get, but I kind of like that kind of stuff, so shrug. Anyway, we'll find out soon enough. Candidates for godhood, please step inside. That smile's not creepy at all. Following the members of the Logic Church, Lena and I stepped into the Grand Cathedral. At that moment, I had no way of knowing that the winner of the selection would truly become a god was beyond doubt. Interesting. Chapter 1. The killer is me. Where are we? What happened to the person who brought us in? She vanished the moment we stepped inside and locked the door behind us. This doesn't feel right. Lyle, before we talk to anyone else, we'd better investigate this room. Okay, WASD to move. Tab to collect clues you need. Q to review clues you've gathered. Start searching for clues. Okay. The light switch in the room. If you turn it off, the entire chamber would be plunged into darkness. Okay. The door is firmly locked. It looks like we'll need a key to open it. Okay. Looks like turning the top switch to the left cranks the sanctified cremator up to 1500 degrees. But I don't see any machinery here for grinding. A grinder? When a body's burned, most of it's destroyed, only the bones remain. The ashes aren't just what's left after burning, they're made by mechanically grinding the charred bones. As expected of you, Lyle, you even know the details of how people get turned into ashes. I swear, every time you compliment me, it feels like you're actually making fun of me. How could I? I can only tell the truth. Still, I've heard plenty of people just vanish after joining the Logic Church. Seems this religion is hiding even more secrets than we thought. Are you a participant in this selection as well? Mind if I ask why you're barefoot on your left foot? Interesting. Lyle, maybe they just don't want to talk to you. If you just tell me your name, I'll leave you alone. What kind of name do we want to give this person? Interesting that it's another Kizuna. She looks a bit tomboyish, so, My name's Kizuna. I'm a member of the Church of Logic and a participant in the selection. She is barefoot on one foot. May you comprehend all things. The God of Logic blesses you. Because the choices later are so awful, the unreasonable demands earlier don't seem so bad in comparison. You're so clever, Lyle. Interesting. It looks like this device shows how many people are still alive in the room. Why would we even need something like that? Maybe it's to keep track of how many people are still alive in here? This room is making me feel more and more uneasy. What's this? There's a label on it. Sanctified cremator. As for what it's used for, what is it? The description says used to burn sinners of the Logic Church. Requires 5 hours to cool down after use. So it's basically a facility for burning people? Looks that way. There's a button here. Should we press it and see what's inside? Wouldn't it be dangerous to open it? No, this button just opens the cremator's door. The one that starts the fire must be somewhere else. To fully grasp the layout of this room, it's probably best to open it and take a look. Alright then, 1, 2, here we go. We're gonna find a body. Oh, there was definitely somebody in there. Inside, it's nothing but ashes left from burning people. This is horrifying. Something about this sanctified cremator feels off. What do you mean off? I don't know. It just feels like something isn't quite right. Do you need something? If you want me to sing Lyle's praises, I could rattle off tens of thousands, no, hundreds of thousands of compliments without stopping. Oh boy. Looks like we have a brother complex. I know you can't lie, but that's exactly what makes it so unsettling. The Sea Angel, a power generator of unknown design, looked completely different from the spire-like structure outside. It looks like a smaller indoor version. The Sea Angel generates clean, pollution-free energy, a technology every nation dreams of unlocking. Hasn't anyone ever tried dismantling one? I've heard they're impossibly durable, nearly impossible to take apart, and you can't see what's inside either. Even if you did manage to open one, not only would the Logic Church find out, but it could trigger some kind of unknown biological catastrophe. Rumor has it a small town was completely destroyed after someone tried opening a Sea Angel. You know an awful lot about this, Lyle. Don't tell me you've actually tried opening one yourself. Lyle? Interesting. Oh, clocks. The current time is 11:15. Okay. This looks like a machine for grinding bones into ash. The display says error. Looks like it's broken and unusable. Well, I guess you're the last thing in here. Oh! Welcome, candidates for divinity. Who are you? I am the arbiter and hostess of this selection. You may call me the Proxy Saint. As you can see, I am an android, a being created solely for the purpose of this selection. Ooh, I should change its voice then. Why call yourself Proxy Saint? Where's the real leader? To take part in the selection, the former identity was set inside. Until it concludes, I alone will preside. I stole a glance at the mysterious person beside me. Could she be the leader of the Church of Logic? No one knows what the leader of the Logic actually looks like. Does she look like you? That is classified. I cannot disclose it. Oh, don't be like that. Just a tiny hint. Just the tip of the secret. That's all I'm asking.
Who?
Improper intent detected. No further answer will be given. My brother's not indecent. He's just a little more pervy than the average guy. Oh boy. Of course. Because what's this kind of game without that?
Lena-chan.
Lena, calm down. That kind of defense only makes me look worse. First, welcome everyone. I am the Proxy Saint. My foremost duty is to ensure that this selection proceeds without disruption. Take this electronic scripture. Within it, you will find all manner of information. I have hidden the contestants' records within data chips scattered throughout the cathedral. It is up to you to uncover them. As the overseer of this selection, I will neither lie nor lend aid to anyone. Place your trust in my neutrality. Can the victor truly become a god? Yes, without question. That sounds doubtful. What does becoming a god even mean? You shall gain the power to bend the world to your will, and any wish you desire shall be granted. No word befits such an existence more than God. Maybe I should try to look at her words from another angle. The reach of the Logic Church extends across the world. With their backing, most wishes really could be granted. Believe me, there is a way to become a god. It's just that no one has uncovered it yet. Once you grasp it, you'll see that the gods have always been amongst us. If you know the way to godhood, why not try it yourselves? Because it cannot be done. Unless it takes a form humans can comprehend, neither gods nor demons will ever descend. I don't get what you mean. Could you be clearer? If I told you one could become a god without any cost, would you believe it? Humans are beings bound to cause and effect. Only through sacrifice can anything be granted. Only with an offering will the gods descend. A sacrifice? A chill crept over me, and the proxy saint's next words confirmed my worst fear. I will now explain the rules of the selection. The process of selection takes the form of a game called Werewolf. Each round I will secretly appoint one participant as the werewolf. The werewolf must kill within the time limit while keeping their identity hidden and avoid being discovered. If the werewolf escapes suspicion and survives, they shall ascend as god and have their wish fulfilled. Are you saying the participants in the selection have to kill each other? That is correct. This is a game of death. Commit yourselves fully. Take life or struggle to preserve your own. Wait, Lena and I don't want any part of this. Are you certain? I shall repeat. The victor's wish shall be fulfilled. Whatever you pray for, so long as it can be grasped, the god of logic will grant it. Hearing those words, I faltered. And in that single moment of hesitation, Lena and I lost our final chance to walk away. Ooh. Oh God, guide us who have gone astray. Reveal to us the first candidate for divinity. That looks very Danganronpa-y. Danganronpa-y. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, so we're a villager. Okay. The roles shall appear differently to each of you. Werewolf, claim your prey. Villagers, endure and strive to live. The first round of werewolf begins now. Suddenly, chaos struck. The room was swallowed by darkness. Lena, I don't know where the werewolves are hiding. Stay close to me. The instant I spoke, I knew it was a mistake. In total darkness, speaking would only give away my position. Lena, run! Suddenly, something blunt slammed into my head. Are we gonna do we die right here? My vision blurred, and in the darkness, memories of Lena and me began flashing before my eyes like a revolving lantern. It all began with an apple. For as long as I can remember, my sister and I were raised in an orphanage. The orphanage was special. It only took in children with mental or cognitive disorders. Lena was diagnosed with OCD. I, on the other hand, was born with a condition called synesthesia. My synesthesia was severe, like an inescapable web of tangled sensations. When I hear a sound, I see colors. When I see colors, I taste flavors. When I taste flavors, I hear sounds. The cycle repeats endlessly, each sense triggering another. To me, an apple's never just an apple. The moment it enters my sight, I hear it, smell it, taste it. The chaos of overlapping senses batters my mind. And I can't, it's too fast again. Lyle, this is for you. Seeing me bedridden from the condition, Lena went everywhere to find things to dull my senses, so I could barely live like a normal person, but the respite didn't last. When the orphanage shut down, Lena and I were left with nothing, our lives sinking to hardship. Lena collapsed to the ground, groaning. Even though I gave her whatever food I could, she was still too young and fragile, so please, I closed my eyes and prayed with everything I had. Anyone, please save Lena. But what appeared before us was neither God or Buddha. What saved us was an apple. It materialized out of thin air. Wow, an apple. Lena grabbed it and took a huge bite, regaining her strength. But the effects didn't last. Strange. I ate the apple. Why am I still so hungry? She collapsed again. I shut my eyes once more and imagined. And suddenly another apple appeared in my hand. I see. Interesting. My senses were far sharper than those of ordinary people. This intense sensitivity gave me an understanding. Because I could grasp the apple in its entirety, the things I imagined became real, and for some reason the illusion could be seen by others. So he can project illusions? It's only later that I understood. Those who could project their abnormal cognition and disorders onto other people. Pathosopic world disorder? I could conjure illusions so lifelike others. I can't read this. Using the pink... Oh, fabricated gold, jewels, fine food, luxuries I could spell. But once the victims left my side, the items dissolved like smoke. The life went on for a while. Hello, Zeke. Welcome in. Until retribution found me. The more lies I told, the less I could distinguish truth from fiction. The more illusions I created, the blurrier the line between reality and fantasy became. When I bit into an apple, I could no longer be sure if I was eating food or an imagination. Lyle as the apple could. Lena cannot lie. Her words reassured me. I truly was eating. Lyle, there's a car ahead. Why are you walking straight into it? She yanked me back, saving me from being hit by a car. Until then, I believed the car was nothing more than another illusion. At that moment, I realized Lena had become my only anchor. I had to rely on her to tell me what was real. Only her word and judgment could tell me. The bond was never equal. By staying with me, oh gosh, no matter how many times I tried to push her away, she stayed. Perhaps only the unknown technology of the church. I wish Lena would forget me, that she might find a future that didn't revolve around me. Interesting. When I opened my eyes, I knew right away that something was wrong. Rosewood music, welcome in. Lena. Oh dear. Could this be? I looked around and realized I was the only one left in the room. Someone has been slain by the werewolf. Gather the clues and uncover the werewolf's true identity. What are we playing tonight? So this is a game called Psycho Sleuth. The demo came out today, and I was emailed by the developers and asked if I would cover it. So here I am. I'm actually really excited for it. It seems kind of Danganronpa-y, but also very gimmicky. Sounds about right. It's very, very interesting so far. So we'll see. Looks like someone's hiding. Maybe. Wasn't this a yellow light earlier? Or am I imagining shit? Do we know, chat? Does anybody remember? Someone has been slain by the werewolf. Gather the clues and uncover the werewolf's true identity. Ooh, that's neat. The mask Kizuna had been wearing is smeared with blood. This hair, it's Lena's. Oh. Answer me, are those bones on the floor my sister's? Do I remember the musical tune playing? Would I remember it from something else? Gather the clues and piece the truth together yourself. I said answer me. Gather the clues and piece the truth together yourself. Looks like I'll have to uncover the truth on my own. Oh boy. From what you see, yeah, only on my channel, really. I mean, I play it rather faithfully, huh?
これはなんだ?
The screen shows the number 3. It's different from what it displayed when I first entered the room. The current time is 5:15 p.m. 6 hours have passed since I lost consciousness. 6 months? Jeez, that's been a while, huh? A chill of dread runs through me. Do I really want to open this? I can't shake the feeling I'll see something I was never meant to comprehend. But if I want to find Lena, this is the only way. Drawing in a deep breath, I pulled open the door of the sanctified cremator. How's it been? It's been pretty good. Half of a body, the other half's on the floor. The human bones were arranged in the shape of only the right half of a body. We don't talk about her anymore here. Please. It's okay. It's just been a lot. If you want to chat, we can DM about it. Sorry. The human bones were arranged in the shape of only the right half of a body. Why? Why are the bones arranged exactly like the pattern on the floor? I don't want to believe it, but could it be? Everyone else is dead except me? No, that's not it. Because the number went down to 3. Only one of them is dead. At least that's what I think. Huh. We got the time. The rotary switch only turns to the off position on the right, so how are we supposed to ignite the sanctified cremator? Okay. As this is the first round, I shall provide you, without cost, a data chip containing vital information. Okay. State your name. I'm Kizuna. This is the test you just completed. Well, I kind of figured this already, but she's got the disorder where she can only comprehend things on one half of her body. Or like one side. Do you know what's wrong with you? I don't. Then tell me, what am I holding? A pen. Then... Ah! Do you know where you're bleeding from? I don't know. It just hurts. So much. Even if I jammed this pen into your left eye, you'd probably react the same way. Well, basically every person that's been invited to this killing game has a cognitive disorder. So one of the people has OCD, one of the people has synesthesia. Oh, absolutely, you have a good one. Bye. I can't remember what the name of this is. But like one-sided blindness. Oh. It'll probably tell me in a minute. Bitch, why you late? Hi though. What are you talking about? Wait, where did that pen just go? You suffer from hemispatial neglect. There, see, I told you it was gonna give it to me. A disorder that distorts your perception. Bitch. You can still see your left side, and your left hand and foot move just fine, but none of it registers in your mind. To put it simply, to you, the left side of the world does not exist. I don't get what you're saying. If I place the pen on your left side, you'll think it doesn't exist. If you can't even recognize your own condition, to you, the left side of the world simply doesn't exist. Your pathosync is called sinistral neglect. Anything tied to the left side is forcibly erased from your perception. At last, the protagonist makes his entrance. Who are you? Don't tell me you've never heard about the world-famous detective. How ignorant. Something tells me this is one of his illusions. The name's Hyper. There's no mystery I can't unravel. To avoid disturbing the crime scene, I've appeared through a holographic projection from outside the room. The clues you just gathered? Proxy Saint relayed them to me. Just by hearing them. Ever heard of the rocking chair detective? With my skill, all I need is the narrative to crack the case. So let's get to the chase. You're the murderous werewolf. But we're not. The situation has at last grown intense. Allow me to prepare a fitting stage for your battle. What is this? You should know this well. Your pathosync, world fabrication. Fascinating! Even I outside the room have been pulled in. The reach of this pathosync is far beyond anything I could manage. It had conjured an entire virtual world, dragging everyone into it. Have you heard of a battle waged in words? Your debates will take shape as tangible weapons. The loser will be compelled, forced to confess the hidden truth in their heart. It's a domain expansion! Yeah, kinda. I see. If my opponent's the werewolf, then by winning the debate, they'll inevitably admit it. Okay, the clues you can use in this battle. You can scroll through them using the mouse wheel. Okay. One of the enemy's statements is wrong. Use the clues you hold to expose the lie. Okay, very Danganronpa-y. Each enemy statement has a time limit. Make your choice before the timer runs out. There are no clues that can refute the current statement, plus skip or the W key. Okay. If you have a clue that contradicts the statement, select it with the mouse wheel and press objection or the S key. Okay. Press Q to view the clue details. The timer will pause, giving you extra time to think. Oh, neat. Alright. Rotary switch, suspected Lena's hair, life detector. Okay. There's nothing to debate about this murder. The room is a complete locked room. Okay, I don't have anything about that. Proxy Saint, you were the only one here. Wait, that's the wrong one. Shit. Ew! Makes you the only possible. No! No! Okay, whatever. Nothing to debate about this murder. Complete locked room. No. Oh, there we go. Objection! The life detector is showing 3. That means there are 3 people still alive in this room. Impossible! Isn't it just you and the Proxy Saint in there? Could it be a malfunction? Maybe it even counted the dead. I don't think so. I remember the number we saw before entering was 4! Which means there were originally 4 people here. After one died, the number dropped to 3. 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. Ha! Not bad. You can do math. I don't like this guy.
Huh?
Did I just get a complimented for basic subtraction? But I've got proof the life detector is actually malfunctioning. Okay. Bloodstained mask, bones in the cremator, keys in his past. Alright. There's a whole corpse lying in front of you. Yeah, I thought so. Another one inside the sanctified cremator. If they were both burned to death, life detector should be only showing 2 people alive. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Fine. The body isn't whole. I don't know why, but these bones are arranged to form only the right side of the body. Ha ha ha! This is why I say ordinary people, unlike great detectives, are hopelessly foolish. You realize you just insulted everyone, right? Whether it's the bones in front of you or the ones in the sanctified cremator, they're both the right half of a body. You don't necessarily know that for sure. Doesn't that prove there were 2 victims? That's just how they've been arranged. And these remains aren't complete. The right hand and foot are nothing more than shapes pieced together from fragments. You can't tell left from right with scraps like these. Judging by the total amount, it's no more than enough for a single person. Then maybe the bones were reduced to ash. No, the bone ash grinder was broken. In this room, there's no way the bones could have been turned to ash. Which makes the answer obvious. Only one person died here. The life detector wasn't malfunctioning. I sadly think it was our sister. Because if the other girl is standing on the left, she was standing on the right side of the room from her perspective. If she's standing on the left side of the room now, then she doesn't exist in the perception of other people because of her disorder. Right? Right? That makes sense, right? Your conclusion matches mine. I thought the same. Are you actually a famous detective? Then here's the real question. Why are you the only one left in the room? I was unconscious for 6 whole hours. Maybe someone came and went during that time?
Yeah.
No. Since you and Lena entered, no one else has come in or out. So this place is a perfect locked room. Oh. another possibility. Proxy Saint did something. No, I did nothing. I believe you. You believed her a little too fast, don't you think? She's an android. How could she possibly lie? As expected of a brilliant detective, your conclusion is precise and unerring. Didn't she literally just tell the biggest lie possible? For those 6 hours, I simply stood here and did nothing. Just in my neutrality, I am not the killer. Which means the killer can only be you, Lyle. I'm not the killer. That's what every killer says. The moment the lights went out, I was struck and knocked out cold by a blunt object. It's rather inches, yeah. At last, you slipped up, killer! Where in this room would a blunt object even come from? You're right, there isn't a blunt object in this room. If one had been used, it would have left bloodstains or impact marks, but there's nothing like that here. No, a blunt object can be created. If this bloodstained mask is combined with something, it can serve as a blunt weapon. What could the Logic Church's mask be combined with to turn it into a blunt weapon? I guess the ashes and bone fragments. Hello, Robo J. Hello. Using ashes as a weapon! Once it's packed tight, it becomes a blunt weapon. After knocking me out, the ashes could simply be tossed back into the sanctified cremator. So the bloodstains aren't the victims! They're yours! Exactly. Think about it. If the victim was burned to death, how could there be any bloodstains left behind? If the mask that knocked you out belonged to Kizuna, then doesn't that make her the prime suspect? That's what I suspect too. Looking back, the moment the lights came out, the one closest to the main switch was Kizuna. Then where is Kizuna now? Assuming your reasoning holds, you were unconscious and unable to move for 6 hours. That leaves only Kizuna and Lena able to act. So tell me, who was killed and how did the killer vanish into thin air? Let's go over the situation again. When we first entered the room, the life detector showed 4. The people in this room at that time were Lyle, Lena, Kizuna, and Proxy Saint. 6 hours later, the only people left in the room were Lyle and the Proxy Saint. However, the life detector still showed 3. There's only one possible explanation. Why is the life detector reading 3 right now? Yep, someone's hiding. Haven't you realized that deduction was hiding a terrifying truth? If Kizuna really is the culprit and has gone into hiding, then the one who died must be... I know. The one who died, without a doubt, was my sister Lena. Sad that we saw her off so soon. The moment I grasped that truth, my heart felt as if it had been wrenched tight. But was it reality, or was it just my imagination? I don't know. Then where exactly is the culprit hiding? Then where exactly is the culprit hiding? I kept wondering, why did the culprit choose fire as the method of killing? If they wanted to frame me, they would have chosen a far more direct way. Which means the culprit had a reason. They had to kill with fire. What are you getting at? It's precisely because they used fire that we can't find where they're hiding. From that angle, there's only one place the culprit could be hiding. They had to use the fire? Wait, I'm so confused now. I'm assuming it's on this side of the room. No? No, it can't be here. Okay. Why fire? I'm confused. It'd be interesting if they were hiding in here. But I don't think they are. But like that's kind of... Oh, it is! The culprit's hiding inside the sanctified cremator. Good lord! Such a ridiculous deduction is making me, a brilliant detective, feel faint! Okay. Unopenable door, rotary switch, bones on the floor, 6 hours unconscious. Okay. Reduces people to nothing but bones, yep. It burns at a searing 1500 degrees. That temperature, no one could possibly hide inside and live. If the killer had crawled in, they'd be dead too. There it is. Yeah. How could anyone possibly hide inside the sanctified cremator? The culprit wants us to think that. It's been 6 hours since I was knocked out. The cremator has long since cooled. This is the only place in this room where someone could be hiding. I slowly stepped toward the sanctified cremator. Inside lay heaps of bones from some unknown victim, but that wasn't the whole truth. That wasn't the whole truth. Okay, we saw that. Something else seemed to be hidden within. My heart pounded faster and faster. What if Kizunov really is the culprit? What then? Proxy Saint, may I ask something? What is it? If someone isn't identified as a werewolf, can they still commit murder? They can, but even if they kill, they gain nothing, and they will never be the final victor. Ooh, interesting. And if a willful, meaningless killing disrupts the selection, I will execute the murderer on the spot. That doesn't matter.
Oh my.
Hey, don't tell me you're planning to kill the culprit! If Kizuna really is the one who killed Lena, then as her brother, I have to avenge her. There are only 3 of us left in this room. Since I didn't kill, the culprit must be the remaining one. A sudden hardness pressed against my palm. A knife. The path to sink world fabrication answered my will, and a knife took shape in my hand. But the knife wasn't real. It was only in my imagination. Could even my desire to avenge my sister be nothing more than an illusion? If I truly wished for revenge, perhaps I should simply turn the sanctified cremator switch and burn the one inside alive. So, what should I do? I think we should see the culprit first. What do you guys think? You need only ask the hideout? What? What? At the very least, I'll end this myself. Without my sister as my anchor, unable to tell reality from delusion, I'll soon lose myself, drowning in a sea of illusions. So to be safe, I mustn't rely on the knife. I must end the culprit's life with my own hands. When I first saw this cremator, something felt off. Looking closely now, it's too shallow. As I suspected, the iron plate at the bottom lifts out. There's space hidden beneath. Ah! How I deal with the one who burned my sister to death, I'll decide once I finally see them. No, but it was not the sister. The one inside the sanctified cremator wasn't Kizuna. Sister can't lie. Interesting. Could this be another illusion I created? Lyle! The moment I heard Lena's voice from within my arms, I knew without a doubt the one before me truly was my sister. Thank God you're alive. Lena, you didn't die. Through her words, I understood a single truth. I truly carried the heart to grieve if my sister were to die. And these tears falling now were no lie. Interesting. Is she gonna be punished for getting caught like in Dangan, or are they just gonna let her run around? Lyle, are you alright? Why do you look so sad? I thought you were already. Lyle, don't cry. I'm still alive. There's no need to cry. Lena gently patted my back. The warmth of her hand slowly calmed me down. Sorry to intrude on your touching reunion, but now the conclusion should be obvious. The one who died was Kizuna, and Lena is the werewolf who killed. There's no way Lena could have killed anyone. Huh? At that moment I saw it, the knife in Lena's hand, its blade drenched in blood. Huh? There's something written on the inner wall at the bottom of the cremator. What does it say? Following Lena's gaze, I looked closer at the writing inside the cremator. I am the culprit. This is my handwriting? It does seem like a setup. I mean, it does say that there are 4 people alive in this room. It does. Did I write this? Because of her obsessive compulsive disorder, Lena's incapable of lying. Lena, answer me. Are you the werewolf? What happened to you during those 6 hours? I can't remember. Lena clutched her head in agony. After entering the room, I don't know why, but I can't remember anything. There was blood on the back of her head, just like mine. She was probably struck with a blunt object and knocked out, then thrown into the sanctified cremator. The memory loss was likely a side effect of the head trauma. Hey, Proxy Saint, what happens if someone actually gets tagged as the werewolf? I shall enact the purification of the werewolf with the believers at my side. What does purification mean? I shall grant the werewolf's wish and end their life in the manner most befitting their pathosync. So it is Dangan, okay?
Oi.
And if Lena isn't actually the werewolf? It makes no difference. Once the majority declares one as the werewolf, I shall carry out their purification, and in that moment, the true werewolf shall claim victory. Those falsely accused shall become nourishment for the victor. So if Lena's branded the culprit, then I shall offer Lena as a sacrifice to the god of logic. This truly is a mad game. But if there's no escape, then I cannot lose. Lena isn't the culprit. That's exactly what everyone says when their loved one is accused. I don't think she is either. I still think it's the other chick. Okay. Victim was burned alive. Yep. Conscious for 6 hours. Completely inactive. Yep. The only possibility is Lena put the victim into the sanctified cremator. Victim was burned. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Darn. Hold on. Objection. Then why is there a bloodstained knife? Neither Lena and I nor have any knife wounds. If the victim was really burned to death, then how do you explain the blood on the knife? That's true. If someone's burned first and stabbed afterward, there wouldn't be any blood on the blade. And the blood on that knife isn't a small amount, which means the victim was stabbed to death before being burned. So you're saying Lena stabbed Kizuna to death, then tossed her body into the sanctified cremator? I told you, Lena's not the culprit. She can't lie. And don't forget the message she left in blood. She wrote, "I am the culprit." Don't forget your own deduction. There are only 3 people alive in this room. But does the android count as alive? Excluding the proxy saint, if you're not the culprit, then the only one left is Lena. Am I the werewolf? Lena don't say anything yet. Because Lena cannot lie. If all the evidence points to her, she would admit it outright, even without a debate battle. So it is settled. Lena is the werewolf. Then prepare to commence purification. Wait, just give me a little more time. Stop struggling. There's no other possibility. I don't know, Blaze. I don't know. Or are you trying to claim there's some third culprit besides you two? A third person. At that moment, Hyper's words sparked a revelation. We'd been wrong from the very beginning. Proxy Saint. What is it? How does the life detector determine how many people are alive in the room? It measures the heartbeats and breathing to make its count. Then, would an android like you be counted? Yeah. No. As I stated from the beginning, I am an android, not a living being. Yeah.
Huh?
Wait, if that's true, then... When we entered the room, the life detector showed the number 4. I always thought it meant... me, Lena, Kizuna, and Proxy Saint, 4 people. But that wasn't the case. I thought that was weird. Since Proxy Saint doesn't count, then... When Lena and I entered the room, besides Kizuna, there was an unidentified X hiding inside. Possibly, Kuma. That's nothing but a delusion you invented to clear your sister's name. This X is real, otherwise the life detector's reading makes no sense. If your theory is correct, then tell me, where exactly was this X hiding at the start? Oh boy. I think the X person started in here. Yeah. That unknown figure X was already hiding in the sanctified cremator. Before Lena and I even entered the room. Even if there was someone we'd never seen hiding here, so what? That means Lena isn't the only suspect anymore. The victim could be X or Kizuna, and the one left standing could just as well be the killer. But that doesn't change the fact that Lena is still the prime suspect. No, we already deduced that the victim was stabbed to death first, then burned in the sanctified cremator. Which means I have evidence proving Lena isn't the murderer. Then show me the evidence! Prove that Lena isn't the culprit! Think back carefully to the moment Lena was lying inside the cremator. Select clues that clear Lena of using the knife. Oh, couldn't be here. I think it's the fact that the blood's not like okay. It's now I'm just clicking things. Huh. What actually clears her from using it? It's the blood stain? No. The wording? Now I'm really confused. The hand that it's in? The hand that it's not in? No. Is that a box to the left? The warpy thingy on the side also makes it difficult. It's interesting that the left side is what's giving me the warped feeling. Is it her eyes? No. No. I don't know. The box? Not the box. I'm just losing health here at this point. Her bow? I don't fucking know. Her thumb? The blood on the knife? Chat, I'm confused. The ash. I clicked on that already. Clicked on her feet. I've clicked on the ash on her legs. I've clicked on the ash on her hair. I'm just gonna wind up losing all my health. Her shoulder? Wait, really? Really? I clicked all over her clothes. What do you mean? I knew it was gonna be something like silly. If Lena had killed with the knife, her clothes would be soaked in blood. No way that they'd be this clean. So you're saying Kizuna, or this ex, killed a victim and framed Lena? Exactly. Then how do you explain the blood-written message inside the sanctified cremator? Wasn't it written by Lena herself, the one who cannot lie? And there's something else that bothers me. If the victim was already killed with a knife, why burn the body afterward? To use the fire as cover, to hide the space beneath the cremator, and frame me as the murderer. Beyond that, there has to be a deeper motive. Like you said, the killer had a specific reason to burn with fire. How did the killer use the sanctified cremator to cover up the blood evidence? Probably to dry the bloodstains on their own. No. Maybe. Yeah, okay. If the killer wore the victim's clothes during the murder, then stripped them off and tossed them into the sanctified cremator along with the body, every trace would be erased. As expected of a detective, you figured that out so quickly. Not to brag, but I spent all day thinking about how to take a girl's clothes off without leaving any evidence. Jesus Christ. That's really nothing to brag about. We still don't know who the victim actually is. It could be X or it could be Kizuna. But whoever the victim is, Lena remains the prime suspect. If she were really the killer, then why would she keep the bloody knife in her hand and leave a blood-written note? If she could have just written nothing at all and tossed the knife into the cremator too, wouldn't that have been smarter? Maybe that was the point, to deliberately mislead us into thinking she wasn't the culprit. Oh boy. Now that I've wasted all that health, unopenable door, rotary switch, bones inside the cremator, life detector 3. Other than you and Lena, disguised herself in the victim's clothes, killed both Kizuna and X. She burned away every last hit at the bottom of the cremator, pretending to be unconscious. She's the only one who could possibly lead the cremator. We're not the only two in the room! No. Why are we only realizing this now? We've gotten something crucially wrong. From both the total amount of bones and the life detector's reading, there's only one victim. If the proxy saint doesn't count as a person, then the current number of the life detector makes no sense. The detector shows 3, but aside from Lyle and me, there's no third person here. Someone else is hiding here. That's impossible! There's nowhere left in this room to hide! No. Some things have changed compared to before we entered. What things? The reason we didn't notice anything strange is because we subconsciously assumed that this world is exactly as it should be. But my senses are sharper than most. Deep down I knew something was off. Proxy Saint, I have a question. Do all the participants in this selection share a common trait? Yes, they all suffer from some form of mental disorder or cognitive impairment, and those abnormalities can affect others. So that means the participants in this death game are all pathosync users. Correct. I finally understand. Think about it. Ever since I came to, we've been trapped inside someone's pathosync. Our perception right now isn't normal. Then what exactly's changed? Select the objects that have changed compared to before we entered the room. Well... I felt like this was yellow before, so I'm gonna click on this. But it's not. Okay, fine. 3 items have changed? Well, there was always the music. The error on this thing is correct. That's one of them. And this... The door is also a little different. No? Not the door. Maybe... No, that looks the same. No, no, no. Oh, the clock! The clock, the detector, and this thing. Aren't these objects just how they're supposed to be? That's the most terrifying thing about Pathosync users. Because they've always lived with a distorted perception, they believe the world has always been that way. Just like how I can create illusions nearly indistinguishable from reality. A Pathosync user can drag everyone around them into that warped perception, trapping others in their twisted version of the world. And the worst part? The people under that influence don't even realize their own logic has already been corrupted. Then tell me, what exactly is wrong with these objects? What's missing from these objects? The left side. Anything that can be defined as the left is being erased from our perception. Wait a minute. Is the left half of the clock gone? Did I not see that? That's why the left half of the clock, switch, and life detector are gone. Whose Pathosync are we under? That's Kizuna's. Do you have any evidence to back up this theory? Which clue proves the Kizuna's Pathosync, sinistral neglect, can erase the left side of the world? Her past. One last question. The moment Hyper asked, I began reconstructing in my mind how the culprit committed the crime after entering the room. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's why it's been warping like the whole time. Where is she hiding? Why can't we see her? Only one place Kizuna could be hiding. And that's to my left. Me! The one who died was X. And Kizuna, you're the one who killed her. You're the real werewolf. That's cool! I mean, I did think that she was going to be hiding to the left. Like, that, I did call that. So... Okay. Ooh. Comprehension. 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 She's terrifying. Aren't you supposed to be the great detective who's seen it all? Oh, God of logic, grant me courage. Let me awaken these heretics from their foolishness. No. Oof. My Pathosync does affect the people around me, okay? Having the Pathosync doesn't make me the killer. You don't have a single shred of proof I tampered with the scene. Surreal evidence. Okay. This. There we go. Whether it's the bones in front of me or the ones inside the sanctified cremator, they're all arranged on the right side only. At first I thought you were trying to trick us into believing two people had died, but that's not it. Because you lack the very concept of the left side, this was the only way you could arrange them. Maybe Lena only did that to frame me. She's got a point. If you're not the killer, then why use your Pathosync to mess with us? Sometimes I just can't control it. Don't you ever lose control, too? Then why were you always lurking around me? And just now, when you raised that knife, were you really trying to kill me? I wasn't hiding. I've been right beside you the whole time. You just never noticed. As for the knife, I only raised it because you kept calling me the killer. I just wanted to scare you. You are a damn liar. Before you call me a liar, maybe ask yourself why you keep ignoring the truth. Your sister wrote I'm the culprit with her own hand. Why do you keep pretending that clue doesn't exist? I believe in Lena. Even if she were named the werewolf, she'd never kill anyone. The killer knocked me out too. I was unconscious for 6 hours. Sure, not with a face like that. I didn't do anything. I didn't see anyone. In fact, there's evidence that proves Kizuna isn't the killer. Which piece of evidence proves Kizuna couldn't have killed anyone? The sanctified cremator's rotary switch only affects when you turn it to the left. For Kizuna, who lacks any concept of the left, the cremator could never be turned on. She couldn't have burned the body at all. I'm backed into a corner. Maybe I need to think in reverse. Under what circumstances would Lena, someone literally incapable of lying, kill and leave a message written in blood? Only if she truly believed she was the killer. Has it been confirmed that Lena is the killer? Then commence purification. Wait, I finally uncovered the whole truth. Great, I knew it. You really are a great detective. You figured out the trick too, right? Nope, I just thought that line should be delivered by the real detective. Go on, reveal the shocking truth you've uncovered. I mean, I already knew it, but sure, let's hear your version. This guy's definitely not a real detective. Even if Kizuna couldn't activate the sanctified cremator, it doesn't matter. Think about it. What actually killed X? I already know the truth, but I'm missing one last step. This is a gamble. For my sister's sake, I have to do it. X didn't die in the fire, he was killed with a knife. The killer and the one who activated the cremator don't have to be the same person. Who activated the sanctified cremator? Lena. Kizuna killed the victim, put the body into the sanctified cremator, then ordered Lena to turn it on for her. That's ridiculous! Lena had no reason to help Kizuna at all. No, she had a reason. There's only one scenario where Lena would ever help the killer. If she didn't follow Kizuna's orders, my life would be in danger. You mean Kizuna used you as a hostage while you were unconscious? Exactly. And that message written in blood, she must have been forced to write it by the killer. How she wrote it isn't the point. If Lena can't lie, doesn't that mean she believed she was the killer? Being unable to lie doesn't make everything she says true. As long as, in her own mind, it isn't a lie, she can say it without hesitation. The real reason the killer burned the body after the stabbing was to mislead Lena. What seemed like a simple murder case was layered with double, triple, no countless misdirections. Whoever devised such a scheme, is truly terrifying. When Lena activated the cremator, she had no idea the person inside was already dead. The body was reduced to fragments of bone, leaving us unable to identify who X really was or how he was stabbed to death. But if the fatal wound was on his back, hidden from sight, it would have looked like he was merely unconscious inside the sanctified cremator. And so, Lena, mistakenly believing X was still alive, was coerced by Kizuna into activating the sanctified cremator. Let's piece together the entire sequence of the crime. Okay. Please drag the cards from the lower left into the slots, following the actual order of the incident. Hey! When you hover over a slot, a relevant hint will appear. This looks familiar. Complete the arrangement before time runs out. Be careful, placing a card will reduce your remaining time. Where were the blood-stained clothes placed to erase the evidence? Oh, okay. Why did Lena have to obey Kizuna? Okay. What words did Lena carve inside the cremator? Once everything was set, what preparations did Kizuna make? Who activated the afflicted power? Whoop! Oops, oops, oops. Shit. There we go. There we go, there we go. A good first case. Let's reconstruct the murder. The entire murder. After turning off the lights, Kizuna knocked me out with a blunt object. She held me hostage while unconscious, forcing Lena to close her eyes and follow her commands. She moved X from his hiding spot in the purification furnace to the upper level, dressed in his clothes, and stabbed him from behind. Music would be nice in this segment, yes. She removed the bloodied clothes and hid them under X's corpse. She ordered Lena to open her eyes and activate the furnace, making Lena believe she'd killed X. What? After the furnace cooled, she forced Lena to write the bloody message inside the lower chamber. She knocked Lena unconscious, concealed her in the furnace's lower level. After arranging the bone fragments, bloody knife, and mask, she activated her pathosync to infect the entire room. Case complete! Yay! I see now! If that's how it went, then yes, Kizuna could very well be the culprit. So you'll spin any lie as long as it protects your sister. Your theory has a gaping hole. Lena's memory loss was just an accident. Without it, the moment she woke up, she would have spilled everything. If I really were the killer, I'd have silenced her too. I wouldn't have left her the chance to talk. All it takes is making a promise with Lena. From the way the killer acted, it's obvious they knew about Lena's obsessive-compulsive disorder. So if they made her promise not to say a word, then when she woke up, that promise itself would have kept her from revealing the truth. If she spoke the truth, it would mean breaking her promise, and that would be a lie. Pathosync users are aberrations. They can distort the perceptions of others, but at the same time, they're bound by the very rules of their own afflictions. Hello, Judd, welcome in. And that is the weakness we can exploit to turn the tables. Even if I take a huge step back and accept your whole analysis, Lena's suspicion still isn't cleared. She could have followed every step you described and carried out the crime herself.
違う。
No, you are the killer. When can I next get a YouTube emoji? I would have to have a shit ton more members than I do right now, Cherry. Why? What's up? Where's the proof? Show me the evidence that I'm the killer. Why don't you just deactivate your pathosync? Because of your pathosync, we can't perceive anything tied to the concept of the left side. Which means, for all we know, the evidence that convicts you could be hidden on your left hand or your left leg. Stop talking nonsense. Then let's reveal the truth. I pulled out my phone and snapped a photo. If I take a close-up that doesn't reveal left or right, her pathosync shouldn't distort it. Let me see. Oh my god, this is... Yeah.
Huh?
What did you see? Lena, you're the one who can't lie. Deliver the final blow to the killer. The photo shows... hands and feet smeared with ashes and blood. I'm not the killer. Lena's the one lying. I have obsessive compulsive disorder. I literally cannot lie. Is there really something on my left hand and left foot? No. I'm in the end. My left hand and left foot. Where are they? People with hemispatial neglect cannot perceive the left side of the world, but their left limbs still function normally. Kizuna raised her left hand in front of her face, but no matter how wide she opened her eyes, she couldn't recognize it. And under the influence of her pathosync, all we could see was a spotless, graceful left hand. Answer me. If you're not the killer, then why are your hands stained with blood? Oh! I didn't kill anyone. The blood and ashes are on my hands and feet. I got them on me when I got too close to the sanctified cremator. It was just now while you were all unconscious. You have to believe me, I'm not the werewolf. I see it. Yeah. Objection. There's only one answer. You were the werewolf, and the one who killed X. I guess this is the end. Have we confirmed that Kizuna is the werewolf? Yes. It seems the truth has finally come to light. You're right. Though Kizuna should have felt regret, for some reason she smiled with pride. I'm the murderer, and I was the werewolf in the first round.
Who?
After a long round of debate, this phase of the selection is finally over. Unfortunately, Kizuna is not the final victor. Before the purification begins, I have one last question for you, Kizuna.
もしもあなたが神になれたなら、どんな願いを叶えたいですか?
What wish would you seek to fulfill if you became a god? That's a really cool close-up. It shows like all the joints in the face and stuff. Oh, Cryo would love this. I'm gonna leave it up on screen for a minute to see if he shows for a second. Okay.
私はすべてを
I would dedicate everything to the leader of the Logic Church.
私を救ってくれたのは
They were the one who
教師なのです
saved me.
生きる意味を与えてく
They
れたの
gave
も
me a complete
教師
life.
なのです教師のためなら
For the leader, I'm willing to become anything. I'm willing to do anything.
教師が望む世
The
界
world
こ
our
そ
leader desires is the world
私
I
の理想
dream
な
of.
のです理教への献身
Thank you for your devotion to the Logic Church.
理の神のご加護が
May the God of Logic bless you.
あなたの命をもって
Your life shall
この
mark
選
the
抜の
opening
幕を
of
開
this
けましょう
selection.
どれほどの犠牲があろう
No
と
matter the sacrifice, no matter how many lives are lost, it will all be worth it.
我らは必ず
We will bring
全能の
forth
神
the
をこの地に
Almighty.
降臨させるのです
I now proclaim the beginning of the sacred purification ritual.
処刑開始
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is cool. Comprehend everything. Oh, I kind of expected it.
もう半分の世界が見えた
I finally see the other half of the world. Judd, what? Is what a tape or a monstish? What? Honestly, what a first 2 hours of the game. That's a cool though, right? Yeah. Good enough. Welcome back. No, this is Psycho Sleuth. Lyle. Mina clutched my shirt tightly, eyes wide with fear at the gruesome sight. If they decide I'm the werewolf, will I suffer the same cruel fate?
Ah.
Of course. Of course! Oh gosh, what is your deal, dude? Oh, okay, so the things with him is, so he has extreme synesthesia, so everything, like an apple, he would not just see the red apple, he would also like hear the sound of the apple and smell the apple and taste the apple just by looking at it. So they're in order to dull his senses. Have fun, Alex! When did you sneak in here, phony detective? Hyper. Yikes! What a terrifying ritual! I nearly pissed myself. Looks like the Church of Comprehension is dead serious about this selection. They really do intend to create a god.
Oi, oi.
Do you think that's even possible?
Ah.
That's for the Logic Church to worry about. Me? I'm a great detective. I only care about the truth. Alright, the reason I came in here. I need something from you.
Huh?
What is it? Good night. The photos on your phone. Too bad, I've already deleted them.
Oh.
Oh! What, got something to say? Just that a thought crossed my mind. Wouldn't it make more sense for someone like Kizuna, who can't even perceive the left side of the world, not to use her left hand when committing the crime?
Oh my.
What exactly are you getting at? It's true, Kizuna might have gotten blood and ash on herself in the struggle. But it's just as possible that exactly as we saw, there was nothing at all on her left hand or foot. That's impossible, you heard what Lena said. she saw in the photo. We fabricated the evidence with our synesthesia power. Ooh. To save your sister, you could have used your pathosync world fabrication to fabricate a fake photo. That's a possibility too, isn't it? That's a possibility too, isn't it? And to make it even more convincing, you had Lena, the one who can't lie, describe what was on it. Hyper slowly leaned in toward my ear, as if not wanting Lena to overhear. Ooh, his eyes are fucking cool. You see that? There's like multiple pupils in there or something. Hyper slowly leaned in my ear, as if not wanting Lena to overhear. You're a damn liar. I didn't lie. At this point, no one really knows what the truth is anymore. But that's fine. This round was just a warm-up. Now the real death game for Psycho-Sync users begins. To see our wishes fulfilled. Let's tear each other apart. Pathosync against Pathosync. Oh, this is gonna be good. Final results. I didn't do the greatest. 28 wrong answers, Jesus. It's all from that selection screen. That's a D. Chapter 2, Limb Severance. Are you gonna let us just keep going like this? Okay. It's a bulky ass demo, I suppose. Oh, more characters. Give me one. Oh, the first round came to a nerve-wracking conclusion. Under the Procky Saints lead, Lena, Hyper, and I headed to a place called the Chamber of Audience. Many people had gathered here? No, according to what Hyper said earlier. Everyone here was a Pathosync user, beings who could infect others with their abnormal cognition. I trust the scene you just witnessed has made clear how this selection proceeds. Lena, Lyle. Having survived the first selection, you will each receive an exclusive special reward that will aid you in achieving future victories. Oh, cool. So each one of these is a different disorder or delusion. Okay. B rank, rule binding syndrome. In certain regions, people have begun to appear who are bound by peculiar rules. They wash their hands at a fixed time, line up their belongings neatly, or insist on adjusting them to specific numbers. What began as small habits gradually evolves into abstract rules, such as no lying, no opening your eyes, or even no embracing family. It's believed to be an advanced stage of ability, triggered when patients with obsessive-compulsive disorder influence one another. Okay, so that's what Lena's got. Then ours is ranked S-Class. All around the world, objects have begun to appear like phantoms, manifesting for a brief moment, then vanishing like smoke without the slightest warning. The cause remains unclear, but it's suspected that the afflicted can grasp the very essence of what they wish to create, reproducing it in reality for only a fleeting time. Their disappearance is likely the result of the brain's processing limits being pushed too far, and should an afflicted ever come to understand the essence of humanity, or even the world itself, then a single person could be enough to rewrite everything. Familial disillusion. Families once inseparable find themselves suddenly estranged, as if their loved ones have become strangers overnight. Entire cities have been thrown into chains of domestic collapse as a result. The phenomenon is believed to be tied to Fergoli syndrome, in which the patient mistakes those that they know for complete strangers. Though households may fall apart, the disorder poses no immediate threat to humanity's survival, and for now, no state of alarm has been declared. That's C rank. Another C rank, existential dissociation. Born from dissociative identity disorder, the ability allows a personality to detach from the host and be perceived by others as a completely separate individual. No one around them notices anything amiss. It's as if the new persona has always been real. One afflicted was once recorded to have split into 24 distinct identities, yet so far, beyond multiplying the number of selves, no direct threat to the outside world has been observed. I know what disorder this is gonna be. Face erasure? That's gotta be prosopagnosia, right? Ace, how did you survive 999 and show up here? Yeah! Patients with prosopagnosia are unable to recognize faces. When amplified by this ability, even images that merely resemble a human face become impossible to identify. Such cases are remarkably common. Many never even realize they have already erased the face from their perception. Perhaps this explains why, in modern society, more and more people struggle to remember the faces they've seen. Hypochondrial delusion. Patients with hypochondria remain convinced they suffer from a grave illness no matter how many tests prove otherwise. When amplified by this ability, their anxiety escalates until they're certain they have contracted a rare and fatal disease. This conviction grows so powerful it begins to warp the body itself, leaving the patient progressively weaker, sometimes fatally so. If such an ability were to ever to spread on a large scale, it could spark a panic on the level of Black Death. Omnidistortion disorder. Those affected with this ability perceive objects and even their own bodies as constantly swelling or shrinking, as if trapped in Alice in Wonderland. Once infected, their sense of distance and proportion becomes wildly distorted. A 10-centimeter knife may appear 10 meters long, or the reverse. While not highly lethal on its own, the risk of accidents caused by such misjudgments should not be underestimated. Get some rest, guy. Thanks for being here. Camera phobia. Patients live in fear of the camera, terrified it might capture their true or even subconscious selves. The moment a lens is turned on them, overwhelming anxiety takes hold. Once infected, the fear spreads to all electronic recording devices. In the end, they retreat into their homes, shutting themselves off from the outside world entirely. Cryptic erotomania? Really? In certain regions, waves of stalkers and obsessive lovers have begun to emerge, each claiming they are engaged in a secret romance with celebrities they've never even met. This outbreak is believed to stem from erotomania, an affliction that drives the patient into delusional relationships of their own making. If harnessed, however, this ability may offer control over the very concept of love itself, making it one of the most dangerously potent powers discovered to date. Death delusion. Courtard's delusional state. Patients become convinced that they're already dead, they refuse food, and some even lie in coffins waiting for death to arrive. As a result, those who suffer long enough to awaken as afflicted are exceedingly rare, but once they do, they transform into merciless reapers. Anyone touched by death illusion falls into a state of suspended animation. The heartbeat and breathing plummet. If the condition lingers too long, it ends in true death. I think, yeah, we'll probably end after reading all of these. Mnemonic extraction. Born from amnesic symptoms, the ability can forcibly erase the memories of others, along with any trace in the user's own mind of what was removed. Its value in controlling information and concealing evidence is immeasurable. Some afflicted are even unaware they have ever used this power at all. Alien Hand Syndrome. Originating from Alien Hand Syndrome, the ability causes the patient's limbs to act with a will of their own, beyond conscious control. The right hand may dress while the left strips clothing away. Those with hyperthymesia possess memories that can never be forgotten. What appears to be a gift is in truth a curse. Every painful moment of the past remains sharp and vivid. Once infected, even memories thought long lost will resurface one after another. Beast delusion is an affliction in which the patient comes to believe they are an animal. The most common case is the wolf, although some identify as birds or even bees. Once infected, behavior and thought gradually drift closer to that of a beast. If the condition persists, physical mutations may follow until the human form is lost entirely. Those with damage to the visual cortex are usually completely blind, yet a rare few can still see certain phenomena beyond normal sight. This ability, known as blind sight, manifests differently for each individual, and its origins remain uncertain. When affected, even though ordinary vision fails entirely, one can still share in the afflicted's mysterious inner sight. Sinistral neglect we just saw. Patients with sinistral neglect cannot perceive the left half of the world. It's not blindness nor paralysis. The brain itself simply deletes all information related to the left. This ability is far more dangerous than it appears. If it were ever to spread through society, conflicting definitions of what counts as left could collide, and in the end, half the world itself might be erased. Patients with aphantasia lack the ability of visual imagination. They cannot form images in their mind, and sometimes this deflict extends to other senses, unable to recall the smell, sound, or feel of remembered scene. On its own, the ability poses little threat to humanity, but in a death game of mutual slaughter, it becomes dangerously powerful. Witnesses cannot clearly describe what occurred, and every piece of evidence or testimony is warped by the absence of imagination. Reality collapse. After enduring severe trauma, some develop derealization, a state in which the world before them no longer feels real. Life appears as if viewed through a thin membrane. This is a psychological defense mechanism, a way for the mind to shield itself from being crushed by reality. Yet as infection takes hold, emotion and motivation begin to fade. Even the death of a loved one can no longer stir the heart. Facetious pathogenesis. In order to gain the concern of others, some deliberately make themselves ill, even injecting toxins to create symptoms. Unlike most psychiatric conditions, facetious disorder is a conscious choice, a pathology born from intent. Those infected will go to any lengths to appear gravely weak, and in doing so may even draw others down the same path until they too awaken as afflicted. Limb severance. Thus far, this ability has been observed only in the serial killer known as the Dismemberer. He is believed to suffer from alien limbs disorder, marked by an intense loathing of his own limbs and a pathological fixation on amputation. This ability is extraordinarily dangerous. Once affected, victims are overwhelmed by powerful urges of self-mutilation, compelled to sever their own hands and feet. Okay. But we're gonna save here. And, we'll continue this another time. Hopefully I'll be able to continue it sooner than later. But with October rolling itself around the corner, we'll have to see. Because I do want to finish Dongan. I might... There's a few ways that things might go. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the play-by-play goes. Tomorrow night, I hope to see you all here for some Shuten Order. Yay, yay, Shuten Order, yay. This is definitely, though, gonna be epic. I can say without a doubt that it's something I'm absolutely gonna want to play. Through its entirety. I'm definitely way drawn in. Very excited. I can't wait until they make some updates and see, so that we can see some differences. Maybe the scenes that we were unable to read would be nice to be able to read them. You know what I mean? So, right now I am looking for a raid. Let's see where we're going. What are you doing? That could be nice. In fact, that's probably where we're gonna go. We don't get to go there all too often. So, I got this muted? Okay. Let me just make sure they're not ending. Okay, perfect. We're gonna go see somebody playing Sonic Cross Worlds. Maybe get y'all hyped for Blaze's stream tomorrow afternoon. We don't get to see this guy very often, honestly, because normally we're streaming much later than this. But for now, that's all for me. And until next time, bye!